Eubanks Fencing has been a family-owned and operated business since its inception in 2018 and has grown into a multifaceted operation that includes its growing fencing business, the popular weekly Fence Guy podcast, and a new multimedia company, Nailed It Productions. With such a diverse portfolio, we couldn't wait to sit down with Craig Eubanks and learn more about how his company went from fence repair jobs to industry-leading products, education, and marketing. This is Craig Eubanks with Eubanks Fencing. Hey Craig, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so glad you could join us, and we're always so interested to learn about the people in the fencing industry and everything that they do and how they got to be where they are. So really glad you could join us. So you ready to get started with some questions?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go. How did you start out in the fencing industry?
So I started in the industry, I was in middle school into high school a little bit. I did some fencing with my uncles. They were in the industry. And then honestly, I got out of the industry for a while. I got into law enforcement. I ran another company doing youth basketball tournaments. And then back in 2018, one of my cousins, one of my uncles that was, his kid, he was like, hey, you want to get back in the industry? And I said, yeah, let's do it. So I ended up getting out of law enforcement. We started the fence company, and then, that was back in 2018. So actually, and then the last 3 years, I've ran it on my own because I bought him out. So now it's just me as the sole owner. And then we've kind of made some big jumps in the last couple of years.
How did the Fence Guy podcast come about, and what topics do you cover?
So Fence Guy podcast started as a joke. We were getting paid through social media, through Facebook, and Facebook asks you to do a certain amount of reels and things every week. So then, because we were already doing videos for our customers on Facebook, just kind of telling them what we do, what we offer, and stuff like that, just to help the sales process a little bit more. Well, long story short, I made a reel where I just was like, hey, and now we're going to take a second to thank our sponsors. And then I played a cricket sound, which maybe I'll hear it. So I played a cricket sound, and then I said, I'm just kidding. We're not that cool. We don't have any sponsors. Well, then that thing went viral, and people started calling saying, hey, we want to sponsor your podcast. And I said, well, I don't have a podcast. And the next thing you know, it's a podcast. So, and we originally started as Fence Guy Friday. That's kind of like, we did that for the first about year and a half. We got the blessing from Joe Everest because he used to be Ask a Fence Guy on Friday. So, and then I asked him if it was okay if we kind of reused that name, and he was fine with it. But now we've transitioned to Tuesday nights and rebranded everything as Fence Guy Podcast, and here we are today.
Apparently fencing and podcasting, wasn't enough for you. So tell us about Nailed It Productions.
Yeah, so Nailed It Productions started as essentially I had Jessica, I'll give her a shout out, Jessica Gomez. She works a part of our team. She was like she was our office manager, basically did some HR stuff, everything. Well, I quickly realized I think she has a stronger suit somewhere else, and that was on the social media side of things and the production side of things. So for the last 2 years, she's essentially ran all of our Eubanks fencing social medias. She's ran, a lot of the podcast stuff. And then I was like, man, I think we're ready to offer this to other companies as well. And that's where we started. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start offering to other companies. And then I gave a shout out that we were, obviously Nailed It Productions has been doing ours for all these years. And so then people jumped on board and was we want you guys to do our social medias as well. So that's how it kind of started.
So what advice do you have for anyone who might be interested in kind of branching out from their everyday business and trying new things?
What I would recommend to people is whether you're starting out or you just feel like you're stuck, definitely, there's plenty of coaching opportunities out there from Mr. Fence Academy, Purple Coaching, Tony Thornton, Consulting Group, all those different places for people to get to. Now, they may not all fit what you're trying to do. So you may just need to network and ask around as people and make some friends, whether you're going to different event shows or trainings and stuff. Just network, find who is kind of, on your wavelength and talk with them and bounce ideas around. So obviously, if anybody wants to be on our podcast, Fence Guy Podcast, feel free to reach out to us on Fence Guy Podcast Facebook page. You can reach out. I guess you could reach out to my personal as well. But then also, if you guys are struggling with social media, because we all know how busy we get, and you need help with it, contact us at Nailed It Productions, and we'll take care of it for you. We have 3 different levels depending on where you are financially and where you are as a business, and we can get all that taken care of for you and help you guys get seen more in your local markets.